All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are resuming the docket. We are on the live stream and the court is calling or recalling case number SP 111-82761, Muntadar Al-Dabi, and the charge is improper plates. If Mr. Al-Dabi is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Montadar Al-Dabi.
And Mr. Al-Dabi, who is representing Mr. Al-Dabi?
Again, Your Honor, Attorney Joe Irby appearing on behalf of Mr. Al-Dabi, who's with this court via Zoom.
And how's Mr. Al-Dabi proceeding today?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Al-Dabi is pleading to the failure to display for the SP 111-8276 count 1.
Thank you. Mr. Al-Dabi, you've heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes.
And sir, were you advised of your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Al-Dabi, you know, sir, normally that trial would take place in person in the 36th District Court, but because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. So you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Al-Dabi, did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes.
Sir, did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you understand that by pleading guilty, you are waiving your right to a trial.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, please raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you may lower your hand. Mr. Al-Dabi, on the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 82761, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And sir, were you stopped by a police officer?
Yes.
And sir, at the time you were stopped, were the plates on that vehicle improper?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you remember what was wrong with them, Mr. Al-Dabi?
I just purchased a vehicle, and what I usually do is when I sell my old car, I take the plate off of that to drive the new one home. And when I get it home, I would go register. That's what I did, register the vehicle to the Secretary of State. But I didn't want to drive with no plate, so I thought I would put my old plate on there just to drive the vehicle home. And a friend of mine was also following me.
So, okay, so you had just purchased the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am. I actually showed the title to the officer with the purchase date of that date. The same time he stopped me, it was the same date on the title of the car.
Okay. Ms. Irby, are you satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to accept the guilty plea, but because the court is satisfied with the factual basis, but I think I'm going to amend the fine because of the explanation, Mr. Al-Dabi. Madam Clerk, what is the fine for Mr. Al-Dabi normally?
$240.
And does he have mandatory reinstatement fee?
Yes, the total will be $285. He has a $45 reinstatement fee.
Okay. Mr. Al-Dabi, I'm going to reduce that fine to $100. I can't do anything about the reinstatement fee, but because of your explanation, sir, I'm going to amend that fine to $100 today. So $145, sir. And also, Mr. Al-Dabi, I appreciate your sabur today.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. If you have no other questions, do you need more than 30 days?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you may disconnect. Thank you.
God
Now,
bless.
thank you, sir. I'm going to disconnect from the live stream.